السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. هذا الفيديو مقدم لكم من قبل مدرس دكتور هيفاء محمد شريف في كلية الآداب الجامعة المستنصرية قسم اللغة الإنجليزية، وهو مخصص للمرحلة الثانية الدراسة الصباحية. وعنوان هذا الفيديو هو دكتور فاوستس، وهي مسرحية باي كريستوفر مارلو. وفي هذا الفيديو سوف يكون مخصص للمقدمة اللي هي نسميها باللغة الإنجليزية the prologue. Now this is the cover of the drama, which is Dr. Faustus tragedy. So this play is a tragedy. What is the meaning of a tragedy? Now, a tragedy is a dramatic work which features a man of great importance who is going to go to his downfall. This is according to Aristotle. He is a Greek philosopher. He defines tragedy as a great work of action in which the main character is going to undergo a significant downfall as a result of his tragic flow. Now, the end of a tragedy is usually tragic. What is the meaning of tragic? It means that in a tragedy, the play ends with the death of the main character. Here we are going to talk about the main points of this lecture. First of all, we are going to talk about who is the chorus. Then we are going to talk about the tragic flow of Dr. Faustus. And then we are going to talk about the Elizabethan view of pride. And we end up the lecture with a quotation and explanation of this quotation, of course, in the play. And of course the prologue of this play. This is very important. First of all, we are going to talk about the prologue. The prologue is an introduction to the play. Now, in this introduction, we are going to have something called the chorus. Now, who is the chorus? The chorus is a group of singers and dancers in Athenian drama. They participate, or they are participating in, or they comment on the action of the play. In modern drama, the chorus is usually a character, or he is a narrator who comes on the stage and he gives a prologue or introduction about the drama, or he is going to tell us some explicit background information, or maybe he talks about the themes of the drama. So the chorus is very important. Now, students, we are going to talk about the role of the chorus. Now, the chorus has many functions. The first function is that the chorus announces that this play will not be concerned with war, love, or brave deeds. So, the chorus here in this drama, Dr. Faustus, is important. It is going to tell you about what is this story of the play. So this story will not be about war, and it will not be about love or brave deeds. Instead, it will present the good and bad fortunes of Dr. John Faustus, who is born of base stock. Base stock here it means of low rank people, that his parents were poor. They were not high in society or in social status. And the place is in Germany. And who goes to the University of Wittenberg? So he studied at the University of Wittenberg, which is a very famous university in Germany, where he studied philosophy and divinity. Divinity here, it means that religious studies. He also excels in matters of theology, that he eventually becomes swollen with pride. After he completes his studies, he mastered all these intellectual fields. What happened is that he is going to be very proud of himself, which leads to his downfall. Now, this pride is going to lead to his downfall. This is, of course, according to the chorus. So Faustus turns to the study of necromancy or black magic. Now he is dissatisfied with all this study and all the fields that he mastered, that he is going to turn to another part of study, which is the evil part, which is that he is going to study black magic. Now, the chorus is important because the chorus is going to tell the audience about Faustus's background. Now, the chorus says that Faustus was born in the small town of Rhodes. His parents were low in rank. The chorus explains that he came to the town of Wittenberg to live with his kinsman. So, he was raised by his kinsman, and how he was educated at Wittenberg, which is, as we said, a famous German university. So the chorus explains that Faustus became a scholar and that he got a doctorate, this is his degree, in theology at the University of Wittenberg. So he has mastered so many fields of study and he became a doctor. That is why the drama is called Dr. Faustus. And he has attained a very great rank and degree at the university, which is the doctorate. Now we are going to talk about the tragic flaw of Dr. Faustus. Dear students, now we are going to talk about the analysis of a quotation in the play. This quotation is taken from the prologue of the play Dr. Faustus. First of all, I am going to read this quotation for you. It is somehow a long quotation. Only this, gentlemen, we must now perform. The form of Faustus's fortunes, good or bad. To patient judgments we appeal our plough, and speak for Faustus in his infancy. So much he profits in divinity. The fruitful plot of scholarism graced, that shortly he was graced with doctor's name, excelling all, and sweetly can disputes in the heavenly matters of theology, till swollen with cunning of a self-conceit, his waxing wings did mount above his reach, and melting heavens conspired his overthrow. And this the man that in his study sits. Now we are going to talk about the analysis of this quotation. First of all, any quotation should start with the identify and comment question with the identify part. The identify part here is concerned with the drama itself. Which drama, which play is this quotation taken from? So the first thing we are going to talk about is that this quotation is from Christopher Marlowe's Dr. play, okay, Dr. Faustus. So any student who wants to answer the identify and comment question should not forget to tell me about the play itself. Which play is this quotation from? Then we are going to talk about the identify. Who are the speakers, or who is the speaker, and to whom is he or they are talking? The chorus here in a prologue, this is the speaker. Who is the person he is talking with? The chorus talks to the audience. And what is the topic of this quotation? It is about Dr. Faustus's birth, education, and his dissatisfaction with all knowledge, and how he turns to black magic, and his tragic flaw, which is of course pride, which leads to his downfall. The chorus says that this play is not about, or is not to be about, war or love or brave deeds. So this play is not about these things. It is about what? It will present the history of a scholar who is Dr. Faustus. He is born of low class parents in Germany, and who goes to a very famous university, which is the University of Wittenberg, where he studies philosophy and divinity. He so excels in matters of theology that he finally becomes swollen with pride. Before that, we have to mention that Dr. Faustus, he is going to be given the title of a doctor because he has become very excellent in all matters of theology and knowledge. So he takes a university degree. Yet he becomes too proud of himself that he finally is going to be feeling very proud, and this is going to lead to his downfall, to his tragic end, to his death. Then Faustus is going to decide to study something very evil, let us say, which is the study of necromancy or black magic. This will lead him to go away from God, and this will lead him to his downfall. Dear students, now we are going to talk about the fall of Dr. Faustus. Now, Faustus's fall is compared. Now all this in the quotation we have explained earlier, because the chorus is going to compare the fall of Dr. Faustus to the fall of Icarus. Now who is Icarus? Icarus was a figure or person in classical mythology who, because of his pride, now here the sin of Dr. Faustus is his pride, and his tragic flaw is his pride. The same with Icarus. Because of his pride, he soared, or he has flown. Okay, he flies too high in the sky, and the sun is going to melt his wax wings. Now we have to know that he has wax wings and he is going to fall to his death like Dr. Faustus. So here we see that the chorus is going to compare the fall of Dr. Faustus to Icarus. Now Icarus, he was imprisoned in a labyrinth يعني متاهة, and his father tried to help him to escape. So he made for him some wings يعني أجنحة from wax يعني الشمع. But he advised him not to fly very high, because if he flies very high, the sun is going to melt and to dip his wax wings. Now Icarus, he does not listen to the advice of his father. What happens to him is that he is going to feel very proud that he is able to fly in the sky, and he is going to go near the sun, and the sun is going to melt his wings, and finally he is going to fall and die. Another image about the theme of fall is taken from Christianity, which is the fall of Lucifer. We know that Lucifer, he has fallen from heaven to hell. Why? Because of his disobedience against God. Now, both images set the scene for the fall of Dr. Faustus. So here, the chorus is going to warn the audience and to remind the audience that Faustus, if he goes to black magic, he is going to fall in a miserable way, like Icarus and like Lucifer. Why? Because his thirst for knowledge and power, his desire to get power, will lead him to make the pact or agreement with the devil. Of course, he is going to sell his soul to the devil in exchange for unlimited supernatural power. And this will lead or bring about his downfall. So the chorus points out the dangers of black magic. Now Faustus chooses magic at the danger of his own soul. He is going to lose the goodness of his soul. He is going to lose his spirituality more than he is going to gain power. And also we are going to learn later that he will not use this power for good ends, for good goals, for good things. No, he is going to use this power to do some tricks, some petty, trivial things, which will not be up to his scholarly position. By the end of this lecture, I want to remind my students to learn any difficult words